On today's Live Daily News, a murder suspect could be getting a shorter sentence. San Angelo police find a teen who wasn't missing, and San Angelo is going to be home to the first college in West Texas with a plumbing program. Plus, a double interview to end the Live Daily News this week. First, Matt Trammell and Anna Reyna from Reyna's Taco tells you how to celebrate Mexican Independence Day this weekend. And then Sarah Ross and I will talk about what's going on at Fort Concho. All this and more. I'm Yantis Green, and this is Live. Before we get to the show, join the San Angelo Restaurant Association this coming Tuesday for the 2023 Taste of San Angelo. Every year for the past 48 years, restaurants from across the city have filled the Spur Arena ready to get their grub on. This year will be no different, as goers will get a taste from everything from the Angry Cactus to Reyna's Tacos to Kona Ice and more. Tickets are still available for $30 a person on Stubwire or $40 at the door. Don't miss your chance to experience 40 San Angelo eateries in one place at the Taste of San Angelo this Tuesday, September 19th in the Spur Arena out at the fairgrounds. Now on to the news. We start the show today with breaking news. A body was found this afternoon at Mary E. Lee Park on the beach of Lake Nasworthy. Our reporters on the scene confirmed that police arrived at around 2:45 this afternoon to find the deceased person. The CID is on scene and is investigating the situation. We will update this story once we have more information on SanAngeloLive.com. Other news, a 30-year-old murder defendant, Kevin Barron, will plead guilty in district court to a murder that occurred back in 2020. The murder occurred in the 800 block of Antonio Street in San Angelo. After getting a search warrant for that residence, law enforcement found a large amount of blood in one of the bedrooms. When one of the witnesses went outside to speak with Barron, the court documents say that he simply said it had to be done and looked excited and sweaty. Should Barron take the plea deal, he would face 10 years in prison. Barron was set to sign that deal at 2 o'clock this afternoon. And that wasn't the only crime story today either. This morning kicked off with the San Angelo Police Department issuing a missing persons notification for 19-year-old Destiny Evart. Police were alerted of the missing teen near an address off Riverbend Drive, but the police ended up this afternoon canceling the missing person notice after Evart called in herself. She wasn't missing and that she left on her own accord. So if you see Destiny, just leave her be. In more exciting news, Howard College Thursday morning celebrated a groundbreaking on their new electrical and plumbing labs on campus. If you drive by the campus, you may notice one metal building already. Well, this new tech row will continue with the addition of the new plumbing building. How did the junior college get the big task done? Well, junior colleges don't get state funding for brick and mortar, so they had to get creative. With the help of Lowe's in San Angelo and Howard College, the Howard College location was given $400,000 during the first round of their Gable grant. This will be a big help when it comes to increasing the workforce in the Concho Valley, especially when it comes to trade labor. Moving to weather, temperatures continue to stay in the 70s, especially with the chances of rain continuing. For tonight, rain showers are possible, but very unlikely. For Friday night football, tomorrow night, there are chances across the big country and parts of the Concho Valley, but we may get lucky and miss out on Friday night lights in the rain. On Saturday and Sunday, though, get your rain boots ready because that rain is coming back. Expect flooding with the possibility of getting over 3 inches of rain throughout the weekend. Stay up to date with the weather by clicking back on the Outdoors tab on SanAngeloLive.com. Finally, the Wall Hawks dropped their first game of the season last Friday against their rivals, the Jim Ned Indians. Don't worry, Hawk fans, it was in overtime, but how will they bounce back? Cover One analyst Ryan Chadwick spoke with Coach Houston Guy before the big matchup this week against the Peaster Greyhounds. We'll get to that in a second, but first, here's a message from the Bass Bunch.
The 2023 Nissan Altima can accelerate your life with a thrilling performance, a style that is elevated, and all the technology you should ever need. Now is the time to get behind the wheel of a new Nissan Altima. And right now, you can get $4,000 off MSRP. At these savings, they won't last long. Don't wait. Come to Jim Bass Nissan, Houston Hart at Arden Road, or shop 24/7 at bassbunch.com.
The Wall Hawks dropped their first game of the season last Friday to their rivals, the Jim Ned Indians, in heartbreaking fashion. After trailing 14-0 at the half, the Hawks battled back to send the game to overtime. After holding Jim Ned to a field goal, Wall threw an interception on the first play of offense. The Hawks fell in overtime, 17-14. Head coach Houston Guy spoke with me after practice on Wednesday to discuss how the Hawks move forward after that kind of loss. Let's watch. All right, joining me now is head coach Houston Guy, coach of the Wall Hawks. Coach, we traveled to Tuscola to play a game against Jim Ned last week. Great game, down early, came back, tied the game going into overtime, and obviously it just didn't end up how we wanted it, ended up losing that one. Give me your overall thoughts on the game.
It was a heartbreaking loss. You know, I was super proud of our kids. You know, they showed a lot of resilience, they showed a lot of fight, a lot of heart. Coming back 14 down, you couldn't ask for more fight from our kids. I was super proud of the way they played, super proud of the way they got back in it. They showed their resiliency and what they're made of.
And in the first half there, it looked like that y'all just had a lot of trouble getting anything going on offense. Is there anything specific that you can point to that you're like, oh, this is an area we need to get better, or was just Jim Ned that big and physical?
You know, they have a very good ball club. They're big and physical up front. You know, it's one of those things where I think our offensive line was having some trouble moving them off the ball and having some trouble with some of their assignments. You know, we made some adjustments and some changes with our offensive line this week. We're hoping that's going to help us out. You know, we'll know coming into this game Friday night if that answer is going to be the right move for us. And so we'll be able to kind of, after Friday, we'll be able to answer some of those questions.
And then on the defensive side of the ball, obviously, like y'all saw once again that you can really lean on that defense.
Right.
Scored some points for you too.
Yeah, huge. You know, had a 99-yard a fumble recovery for a touchdown and kind of sparked us and got us back in the game. So it was a huge momentum shift for us.
All right, Coach. So y'all are hosting Peaster at home this week, coming off a big loss. Or a heartbreaking loss. It wasn't a big loss, you know. Yeah. But what do you expect from those guys this week?
You know, they're looking for their second win. They're 1-2 right now. They've played some really good football teams. You know, they've got they're looking for that identity. You know, defensively, we've seen them in about 4 or 5 different fronts. They move around a bunch. The coach that they have, we played him last year in the playoffs from Idalou. He's one of those guys that, you know, he's a hard-nosed football coach. He plays great defense. They got to spread it around offensively and try to get it in the hands of their playmakers. We expect them to do the same thing Friday night. They're going to spread you out, try to get the ball out in space, and then they're going to pack the box defensively and then try to bring heat with a lot of blitz packages.
And after losing a game in overtime like you did, what was your message to the guys this week? Basically saying that, like, let's get up and move on.
You know, I think our kids understand how good a football club that Jim Ned is. You know, and to battle with them like we did and have a chance to win, I think that they understand how close we were to winning that ball game. It's one of those things. I think our kids understand how good we can be. They know that they didn't play, you know, the best of their ability. They know that they can play a lot better, and I think they're looking forward to that day when we start playing up to our potential offensively, for sure.
Yeah, and I know that we can't overlook Peaster, but is this going to be one of those games where we're like, all right, like, let's actually go out and play to the best of our ability and try to, you know, accomplish the goals we want and really just flatten these guys, or what are you looking for?
You know, I want to see our kids come out and be crisp, be sharp, physically and mentally. Get out, you know, when we get on the field, we start moving those chains methodically, you know, up and down the field is what I would like to see.
Defense going to hang a big 0 up on the board for you?
We'll see Friday night. I think they got a chance.
All right, Coach. We'll go ahead and tell the fans out there when and where the game is.
The game is going to be here at Wysoon Field at 7 o'clock with a kickoff with Peaster.
Thank you. Again, this has been Head Coach Houston Guy. The Hawks are back at home this week as Wall hosts Peaster on Friday. Kickoff is scheduled for 7:30 p.m. And of course, for more sports around the Concho Valley and beyond, be sure to check in every day at sanangelolive.com/sports.
So gross.
Right now, get 15% off carpet cleaning from Carpet Tech.
And welcome back to the show. I have a very special guest with me today. It's Reyna from Reyna's Tacos. Anna, how's it going?
Hi, I'm doing good. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, for sure. I know that Mexican Independence Day is right around the corner. It is on Saturday?
Yes, Saturday.
Saturday? Okay, yeah.
September 16th.
September 16th, of course. I mean, that's literally the name of it. But so this Saturday, it is there's a few stuff going around town.
Yeah.
But I wanted to bring in you guys because I know that you guys have something big coming on Saturday. So before we talk about anything about Mexican Independence Day, let's just get right into the event. What are you guys going to be doing this Saturday?
So we've got Grupo Evolucion, who's a local Spanish band here in town. They're going to come out. They're going to play a free concert for all of our customers, all of our visitors and guests. We're going to invite a few vendors out so we can have some fun shopping. Hopefully we can get some aguas frescas, a little bit of diversity besides just our tacos, of course.
Yeah.
But yes, our taco truck will be fully open. Our courtyard spans a huge 12,000 square foot area, so we have plenty of space for people to be
come and hang out, dance, all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We've got dance floor, we've got beautiful ambiance. Everything's kind of coming together as far as us all getting settled into the space. Parking, there's parking. I know a lot of people get worried about that. Texas Trust, our neighbors right behind on Tuig, they allow us to use their parking lot.
Oh, nice.
So our guests are welcome to park safely in a parking spot and enter through our back gate.
Cool.
And we'll have some signs and stuff to kind of direct people getting ready for the event on Saturday.
Awesome. Well, of course, the last time you were on the show, we talked about you guys moving into y'all's new spot. And if you guys don't know, it was right next door to their old spot.
Yes.
It's a really cool look. It's into a house that's turned into a whole entire taco paradise, I guess. How's the move been?
You know what? It's been great. Like, our property is, like I said, pretty expansive, so there's lots of room for creativity and art. Inks just came out and put out an amazing mural of Selena. Definitely come and check that out. He's an amazing artist. He's done a lot of murals around town, and he decked out our whole back patio. So we've got got a lot of great art out. And then, of course, like I said, the space is really cool because the yard seats about 150 people, not including the dance floor space, which is like a 40 by 30 cement slab. And we've got, lots of lights, and, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool setup.
Yeah, and I know right now it's cool, and at least this week the rains came a little bit, maybe cooled down a little bit.
Down,
but even in the midst of summer, though, when it was dark out there, it's pretty nice out there.
Yeah, well, what's great is that it's a historical home, right? So it's built in 1920, back before AC and all the climate control stuff was available. So, believe it or not, that house, there's windows on every single face of the building. If you open them all up, temperatures get up to like 95, and you still feel cool in that space. Right, the airflow is great.
Right, very cool.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, well, let's go a little bit into Mexican Independence Day. Of course, my culture is not the same culture as yours, but of course, for a long period of time, I thought Cinco de Mayo may have been it. But now as I've grown as a reporter and learned about Mexican Independence Day, it's pretty much it's the day that Mexico got his independence from Spain, and it's pretty much America's 4th of July, as this is the equivalent.
For the Mexican culture, right.
Yeah, but what does it mean, I guess, to the Mexican culture, just Mexican Independence Day versus any other holiday that is in the Mexican culture?
Honestly, I really think it's mostly about celebration of our heritage, the freedom to be who we are, to party how we party.
Okay, hey, that's fine.
Tacos, beer, you have a good time. Just be surrounded with community of people who understand, what it is to be Mexican American, and you know how that really translates to not just like you and yourself and your generation, but generations way before you.
Right.
So it's just a really great, you know, opportunity to be around community. I think for us here in America, you know, that's what it means for us here.
Perfect. And especially us here in San Angelo. So if you want to join a little community party, Anna, tell them where to go and when to go this weekend.
Oh man, there's lots of stuff going on. So at the Paseo, there's the Pulgaso is throwing a big event there too. Okay. They have lots and lots of shopping vendors. They're going to have music as well. There's a grito contest, I believe, so that's kind of fun.
Yeah, yep.
Then there's also a car show going on, I saw. So there's quite a few things. I'll check out Facebook. You know, Facebook's a great tool for our community in San Angelo to get the word out.
And then, of course, for your event.
And then, of course, our event. Yes, come stop by and see us, have some tacos, go shop.
What time does it start?
See us. The music should start around 8 o'clock.
Okay.
We close at 10, but, you know, we're not going to kick anybody out. We'll have a good time until we can't.
Perfect. Exactly. It's going to be a party this Saturday night down at Reyna's Tacos. Music starts at 10, but there's going to be plenty of stuff to do here in San Angelo all throughout the day. But make sure you end the night at Reyna's Tacos. And thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you, Matt.
Perfect. We'll go back to you guys.
Oh, good.
Thanks, Matt and Anna. Remember, do not miss out on that good time this Saturday. Moving to our next interview, Sarah Ross was here and to talk about the Fort Concho and the Halloween events out there, the speaker series, and more. Before we get to her, let's take a quick break, courtesy of the guys from Carpet Tech.
Gross. Right now, get 15% off carpet cleaning from Carpet Tech.
And welcome back to the show. Joining me today is Sarah Ross with Fort Concho. Sarah, thanks for being back.
Thanks for having me back again.
Glad to see you. We got to visit with Bob a time or two, and that's always fun, but we're glad to see you.
Thanks. It's been like a month at this point.
That's true. And let's see, you've got the speaker series going on, and Halloween's coming.
Yes. So we'll start at Halloween.
Let's start at Halloween.
We have the haunted tours that are taking place on the 13th and the 21st. It's $10 a person for general admission, but Fort Concho members get a special deal of $8 a person.
Okay.
And they will get to go around the fort and learn about the people who have died at Fort Concho. Actually, so fun fact, Evelyn, our old archivist, she created a dead book, and it's a list of everyone who's died at Fort Concho, and we use that like a Bible now for our ghost tours.
So it would be sort of what they would call in the movie a Book of the Dead.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Absolutely. And so, they'll be going out on tours. You'll learn the story of Thomas Duncan, Edith Grierson, which actually her 145th death day was the other day. And, we had a ceremony at Fairmount to remember her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
And then, have you ever played Clue?
I have.
So Fort Concho has a Clue game, but it's the whole fort. And it's like one of our biggest Halloween events. And that's coming up too. Okay. October 27th and 28th. You can come out in groups and go with your friends and go around and try to figure out who gone done did it. And so it'll be a whole game across the entire fort. You get a lantern, you're walking in the dark. It's pretty fun.
That sounds awfully neat.
Yeah.
And that's Halloween weekend.
Yeah. And then if you're done with that, we have a haunted house this year.
A haunted house at Fort Concho.
Yes. Leslie Marshall, our animal coordinator, has made it her personal mission. So she started a haunted house about a couple years ago. Okay. And she was like, this needs to go the extra mile. And so for the past few months, on any of her spare time, she's been working on this haunted house.
Oh, no.
And the final unveiling is that same weekend. And so folks can go do the haunted Clue game and then jump on over to the haunted house.
Oh, right. That's going to be a busy month at Fort Concho.
Yeah. But you know what? There's something else coming up.
Okay.
Archaeology Fair. If you're watching this, it's Thursday. This Saturday is the Archaeology Fair.
At the fort. And that's been going on a long time.
Yeah. It's one of our older programs. We host Concho Valley Archaeological Society.
Right.
And this year it's going to be in Barracks 6. We've consolidated, so it's all in one building, so people aren't like walking across the fort to find everything. Especially because, granted, it's colder, but it's still not like you never know what you're going to get in September. And
Right.
so having in one AC building, and then there's of course outside activities like archery and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, there'll be 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Saturday. Also, free admission.
Free admission this Saturday. That is an amazing offer. And they're still having the farmers market across the street on Saturday.
Yeah, the best way to do is just go pick up some groceries and then jump on over. It starts at 10 a.m.
There you
it's
go.
right there.
And let's see, what else is good? Have we put the flagpole up yet?
Yes. Oh my goodness. I walked out the other day and I was like, oh wow, I need to do something. And then I looked outside, I was like, that's a flagpole.
The flagpole's back
The
up.
flagpole's back. Barracks 3.
Okay.
So it's in the process of being rebuilt as part of our big rebuilding that's been taking place. I walked past it this morning. I looked to my right on the west side. There is a door.
Oh.
We are to the door stage of building. So honestly, I could see the barracks getting done sooner than I thought, but also longer than I thought.
All right. Well, there's always something going on in the fort, so just drive by and you'll see something you haven't seen before. What did I forget, Sarah? I always forget something.
Speaker series.
The speaker series. Okay.
Yeah, final installment of the speaker series is coming up. We're halfway done.
Okay.
This past one, we had 70 folks pull up for the event, and we talked about the solar eclipse, which is coming really soon.
Yeah.
And the last 2 installments is this coming. It's every Wednesday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., and it takes place in the commissary.
Okay.
The next one will be a discussion on Spurs. Oh my goodness.
Spurs. There we go.
And then the final talk is actually an archaeologist named Tom Ashmore. He's going to come out and talk about the Concho mail station that was in Ben Ficklin.
Okay.
It was impromptu shut down because of a flood.
That's right. So a fantastic place for history. October is a very special month for Fort Concho because there could be some spooky stuff there. But it's a great time for folks to go out and check out Fort Concho, whether they're from here or just passing through.
And also, it's going to be a lot nicer to walk outside
And
now.
the weather, the 100-degree days are gone, so we're going to have more temperate weather for all the outings at Fort Concho.
Absolutely. Well, hey, thank you so much for having me today.
Sarah, thank you for coming.
Absolutely.
And we'll see you again soon.
Yes.
All right. We'll go back to you guys.
When it comes to unique pieces you can't find anywhere else, Condos Diamonds and Coins is your one-stop shop. With over 24 years in the diamond and coin industry, Condos Diamonds and Coins is West Texas's choice for diamonds, jewelry, coins, silver, and gold. Owner Bill Condos stands by his work and offers free consultations, including estate jewelry. Don't just trust anyone with your valuables. Come see the staff at Condos at 1016 West Beauregard in San Angelo.
And that's it for news, weather, and sports this Thursday. Be sure and tune in tomorrow for the Cover One sports coverage. High school football is coming fast and furious tomorrow night. For the team here at San Angelo Live, I'm Yantis Green.